Okay, welcome back. This is the lesson one in the model 5, and we're talking about applying persuasive techniques in sales conversations. Persuasive techniques. So this involves understanding the psychology of persuasion and employing various strategies to influence potential customers positively. No, sales is actually a product of psychology. So if you understand psychology very well and you understand persuasion very well, you won't have much problem in sales. You won't have much problem because you would have known how people think. You would have known how your potential customer will think, and you will know exactly what to expect and how to persuade them better. So it involves understanding the psychology of persuasion and employing various strategies to influence potential customers positively. That's the word, positively. Now, here are several techniques that you can use. Number one, you build rapport. That's the number one thing. So begin by establishing a genuine connection. Show interest in the customer's needs and concerns. Use active listening to understand their pain points and goals. Just make sure you are following along carefully. One thing that you must understand is that you shouldn't be too quick to talk, and you should always kill that urge to want to talk at all time when you're in conversation with your clients. Yeah, I know you want to talk about how great you are and how great your skills are and people that you've helped and all the rest, but you need to pay more attention to whatever it is that they are saying so that you're able to build rapport with them. So if you are looking to persuade a prospect to consider you as a creative professional, resist the urge to adhere to a generic sales script. When you sound overly rehearsed or do not share messages or information that feel relevant to your prospect, your efforts go in one ear and out the other ear. So there are some generic scripts talking about sales, talking about handling objections and the rest that probably some have gotten or that you have gotten. Yeah, it actually helps in some way, but you should actually know how to use a script in a certain situation. You shouldn't be using a random script when you're not supposed to use it. So and you won't be able to build your skills that way because you'll be depending on script. You'll be dependent on script and it's not supposed to be. You should be able to talk freely. You should be able to talk freely. These are things that come with time. But this doesn't imply that you should completely improvise during your sales calls or chat, that is sales calls or sales chat. Rather, it emphasizes the importance of being prepared to tailor your message based on the prospect's specific interests. Now, when the customer comes to you, a potential or a prospect comes to you, they are coming to you from their own angle. So it won't sound too good when you are using a script that is not in relation with whatever it is that they are saying, just because you know that okay, this thing or this particular line or this particular thing or this particular script will be able to persuade them, and then you're now putting it out to them, whereas it's not in correspondence with what they want or where they are the angle that they're coming from. No, so but it that doesn't totally rule out the fact that you can improvise, but still you should know what fits each situation. You are to build rapport with them. Second is build personal connections. At its core, it's a fundamental principle of human interaction. We are more inclined to believe and connect on a deeper level with individuals we genuinely like. While buyers may appreciate your product or brand, as a skilled professional, you serve as the primary human connection representing your company. Establishing an authentic connection with your prospects and fostering a likable rapport on a personal level positions you favorably for persuasive conversations. When you are trying to build connection with your potential customer, what you should do, you should aim at building personal connections. That is what you should aim at, because people will believe you more when they trust you. They will believe you more when they like you. That's why most people want to do business with someone who they trust. Not even most people, everyone wants to do business with people who they can trust with their what? With their money. So while buyers may appreciate your product or your brand, as a skilled professional, you serve as a primary human connection representing your company. I mentioned something earlier that People will actually, and then they will first of all buy into you before buy into your product. All right, so that's why you must brand yourself well, and then you must be able to present yourself very, very well. You must be able to present yourself very, very well, because we are more inclined to believe and connect on a deeper level with individuals that we genuinely like. So it will foster our connection, it will foster the relationship and the rapport. Now, few tips for making a good impression. These are some of the things that you must consider. Be complimentary. All right. Now, a sincere compliment holds significant influence. For instance, praising the accomplishments in their business and highlighting how you can help elevate them to the next level. In, to the next level proves to be a more effective approach than dwelling on what they may not have done or implemented yet. But the thing is that you shouldn't start by pointing out the errors. Like you want to reach out, for example, you want to reach out, right? You want to reach out. You shouldn't be pointing out everything that is wrong that you've discovered about their business that is actually wrong or that they are doing wrong. No, you shouldn't. What you should first of all build, what you should actually project first is compliment. You compliment what they've done, okay, how maybe from their page, maybe normally you have to you ought to have make some research about them if it is you reaching out now must have made some research about the company, check out their pages on social media, check out their website and all those things, and things, some information that you can gather about them. So with that, you must have been noticing some things that you can complement. Very, very important. So those are the things that you have to project first, then before you can move to the main thing that you want to talk about with them. All right. So be complimentary, even if it is physical meeting, be complimentary, complement their business, complement their effort. It's not easy building a business. All right. So find something to compliment about them, about their business. Find a common ground. As you establish a personal connection with your prospects, actively search for commonalities that provide a basis for shared experiences. Identifying mutual interests with your prospects is an effective way to cultivate trust and encourage them to consider your service. Most times, you will not totally agree with them and they will not totally agree with you. But as a smart business owner or as a smart creative professional, you should always find a common ground. When you totally disagree with them or they totally disagree with you, that means business is over. They won't buy from you. That is, you guys won't get to work together at the end of the day. But with that, once you see that the disagreement is becoming like there are some things that they have been disagreeing about you and you about them. You need to find a common ground. It's called shared realities in psychology. So find a common thing that you can leverage on to cultivate trust and encourage them to consider your service. All right. You are not there to brush them off. You're not there to show off. You're not there to show them that you are better than them in any way. You are just there to present what you do and then let them see what they are doing wrong or what they've not done at all, which your service can help them with. All right. You need to identify that mutual interest with your prospects. But the next point is understand the customer's needs. Focus on problem solving. Ask probing questions to uncover the specific problems or desires the customer has. Tailor your pitch. Note this, tailor your pitch and solutions to address these needs directly, sharing all the reasons why your product can help solve their problem. By keeping their concerns front and center and positioning your offer as what as the solution, you are showing the prospect the value of your product and service without being overly pushy. All right, we talked about sharing, we talked about finding a common ground. This is what will help you. All right, you need to ask probing questions. Ask probing questions. With that, they will let you know you understand your field better than anyone else. You understand it better than your clients. So you know the challenges that they might be facing. Obviously you must have done your customer avatar. So you know the problem that you're having, you know the challenges, you know the current situation that they are in, you know what they are facing, and presently you have the solution to the problem. So by the virtue of you asking some relevant questions, they will know that okay, this person can actually handle this thing. So tailor your pitch and solutions to address this directly, to address these needs directly. Now sharing all the reasons why your product can help solve their problem. So that is why you should not just be rushing the process. Don't rush anything. Take your time. Know the solution that you offer. Know your solution that you offer. You can put it down, write it down so that, and then you rehearse it so that you know what to put, how to list things that you do in times like this. So by keeping their concerns front and center, let them know that you have the interest at heart to help them solve their problems and positioning your offer as a solution. You are showing the prospect the value of your product or your service without being overly pushy. In this case, your service. Now, utilize social proof. Share success stories, testimonials, or case studies that demonstrate how others have benefited from working with you. People are often influenced by the experiences of others. Let your past customers do the selling for you. Knowing when to leverage social proof can be a powerful persuasion tactic. We've talked about social proof like 3 times in this course in different models. That is when you let other people do the talking for you. When others are talking about you, people tend to believe them more than when you talk about yourself. If you're talking about yourself in front of an audience, obviously, or to somebody, they will obviously believe you to a point. But when others are talking about you, they'll believe you more, they'll have high regard for you, and they'll be impressed more than if you're talking about yourself in front of them. That result will help sell you more to the new client. So that is why you must leverage testimonials, leverage social proof to sell to other people. Very, very important. Create scarcity or urgency. Communicate limited availability, special offers, or time sensitive deals. Scarcity or urgency can prompt action by instilling a fear of missing out. Now, what this means is that you need to constantly put out your offer out there. That is, as a skilled professional, as a creative professional, put out what you do there. And a good example is